And we're live. Hey everybody, it's your girl D Marie. Y'all already see what's going on here. We are about to have a session. So welcome to the Loaded Minds podcast. It's not really a podcast, but it's a personal podcast where I just sit on here and I talk my truth. I speak my truth. I drop gems. I spread knowledge. I just, my mantra here is get your mind right, get your vibe right, get your life right. So that's what it's really truly all about. It's just us discovering ourselves on a spiritual level, me sharing my experience and my journey as I discover myself on a spiritual level, and diving deep into this experience that we're all having. It's been so humanized for so long, and we are in the age of Aquarius, everybody. So if you guys don't know what that means, I definitely would encourage you guys to look that up. Go to YouTube, go to your favorite, site that you go to look things up, educational site, researching platform, whatever you want to call it. Go to Google. Just go to make sure it's I really don't like Google because of course it's ran by the higher up, so of course it's gonna be a whole lot of false information and shit like that on there. Go to YouTube, go to TikTok, go to find people like us, that post things and post real knowledge and tea and stuff like that they find and that have really read books and can let you in on stuff like that. But the age of Aquarius, for those of you who don't know, I'll give kind of my vague description of it. We are in a time period where, correlated to the planets and the stars and everything is connected in the cosmos, and especially to this planet. We are going through a shift of frequencies to where the whole entire planet is shifting from one dimension to another dimension. So as y'all know, we live in a 3D dimension. We live in a physical dimension. Here on this planet, so everything is very much so materialistic. Everything is so very much so modernized, and that has definitely manifested itself more and more and more throughout the existence of this planet being here and the existence of mankind on this planet and the things that we've created. Everything has been so materialisticalized, so just 3D'd out, right? This is why artificial intelligence and all this shit is starting to come about now, because we're going from that kind of energy, that kind of world, that 3D kind of world, the Matrix and all that system is falling down, is being revealed. The Book of Revelations, this is the same thing that they put about in that Bible because they knew, and I don't mean any disrespect when I say that Bible, that's just how I talk, but that's what they knew, that this time was going to come. It's a time that is universal. That the whole universe is really looking right now, watching the show happen on Earth, because it's happening to where a lot of it's the return of the gods, the return of the children of the sun, whatever you want to call it. We are waking up, and we are collectively as a consciousness becoming more aware of this collective consciousness. And it's an amazing time to be alive right now. Like, there's a lot of shifts within a lot of people individually. We're heightening. We're going through our spiritual awakenings. Everybody seems to be just more woke and stuff like that, or have their mind just more open to more information. A lot of people are remembering their old selves, their spiritual selves, and who their true spiritual identities are. Ancestors that have returned are actually speaking out about this and letting them know, hey, I'm an ancestor from way back when. The awareness is coming full circle now. That's why there's a lot of agendas being heavily pushed right now in the industry. Everybody, they had time to prepare for this. Those who have been woke, those who have been conscious. There's a science to this life that we're all living, and they've been playing the game. You know what I'm saying? We've been just like the little lab rats that they've been experimenting on and, controlling for all this time. While they, and when I say they, I'm speaking of, as some people call it, the 1%, the elites, the upperclassmen, the fucking billionaires, all these people who are high in stature and power here, they've been experiencing the life of abundance and the life of peace and the life of, the way that we should, as the gods and goddesses, the original true gods and goddesses of this planet. They've reversed our history, and they brainwashed us and controlled us into believing what they wanted us to believe, and now they have us right where they want us, under their control, working for them. We're still very much so enslaved. Our ancestors were physically enslaved in the chains with the whips and all that stuff. We are spiritually and mentally enslaved. They keep us only thinking so highly of ourselves, thinking that God is a man or a higher being that is above us. Don't get me wrong, I do believe in a higher power, but not in the way that it has been presented to us. The true God is within you. It is not outside of you. They had us believing that it has been this being outside of us, watching us all. Same thing they say with Santa Claus. Hint, hint. That's just watching us all to see if we sin, if we're good, if we're bad, we'll get to heaven, we'll get to hell. Heaven and hell are actually experiences that you create for yourself while you're living, depending on what kind of experience or reality that you manifest for yourself. So this type of knowledge is what, the collective is waking up to now. The collective and the masses are starting to wake up. So this is why in the music industry, so many artists have either sold their souls or have been sacrifices, like Young Dolph, who wouldn't sell their souls, so they just killed. They sacrificed themselves because they wouldn't sacrifice somebody close to them. Things like that. Doja Cat, she's a very big staple right now in all of this that's going on. They're definitely using sis, and she's doing it with her free will. She'd rather be famous instead. She'll paint the town red. Y'all heard what she said. NBA Youngboy, I feel like he wouldn't sacrifice anybody, so he knows his contract is running out. And when we are born here, we all have soul contracts, right? So when you die, excuse me, that was dumb. When you make it to the industry and you are one of the souls who beat the odds, and you have, even through the system that they designed for us, you still figured out how to manifest your dreams to your reality. Okay, cool. You're in the industry now. You made it. Here's what's gonna happen. Okay? You're either gonna do this, or this, or that, or you're no longer gonna be in the mainstream. You're not gonna have the fame and the fortune that you could have if you did this. And then they offer you money. If you do this, I will give you this amount of money. And it could be a lot of money. Like, I'm talking millions of dollars. Like, offers that a lot of people wouldn't normally turn down, because that money is going to keep people wanting to do it, right? Because money is power, and that's how it's been designed in this country. Money is freedom. Money is abundance. Of course, we all want abundance, because that's what we spiritually are designed to experience, is abundance and peace. So they use money as a tool to be able to get us that abundance. So now it's like they still have control over us, and we don't just have the abundance that we want, and all these materialistic things get created, so it keeps people being consumers and wanting to buy all these things. It's a very strategic, deep, complex system that they have designed for us to keep us enslaved mentally and spiritually. So as I was saying with NBA Youngboy, I feel like he knows that his contract is coming up. Because if you looked at that interview where he said he was waking up, right? NBA Youngboy woke up, and he was like, I woke up one day and I was like, damn, I fucked up. All these people's lives that I, corrupted and fucked up, and they follow me, like, look what I did. When the higher ups see that NBA Youngboy, and I'm talking about, he's one of the most influential artists of our generation. Like, let's just be honest, he is. When he came out, he came and what? Everybody loved Youngboy. I was a huge Youngboy fan. I still do have love for his old music and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, he kind of lost me with the past that he was going on. But the industry is a fucking dark and evil place, and once you think you got something, you don't really have it. Fame is not what it's cut out to be. It looks like all lights, camera, action, and luxurious, and money, and this and that. But behind them closed doors, them people who have to experience fame with everybody knowing who you are, with these higher ups and these elites and these people watching your every fucking move, because you're so influential to the masses that they have to make sure that you're staying in alignment with the agendas of satanic industry that they're pushing, and this demonic shit. Like, it gets very, very deep and very, very dark in the industry. So I'm not surprised that Youngboy music and his spirit and his aura just completely changed, and we don't understand because we don't see everything that he sees, and we don't know everything that he knows. You feel me? But I know that once he had that awakening and the higher ups seen that, they like, nigga, what the fuck you think you doing, put some shit out like this, stop the violence and all that? No. I don't know what they did to his mind. I don't know if there was something like MK Ultra Control, Mind Ultra Control that went down. I don't know if there was a clone, but they did something with that nigga, to the point where, and I really do feel like it was the mind control type thing, but sometimes I do think it's a clone too, because the niggas be looking so weird to me. He don't look like the same Youngboy. Of course he gets older, you do drugs, you lose weight, you gain weight. There's things that happen that make you look like a different person, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Mentally, I just don't understand, because how do you go from having an epiphany and saying stop the violence and putting that out into the industry? That lasted for what? A month, if that? And then now you're right back to splitting niggas' heads, 4K Trey, and who gonna die today, and return of the whatever his new shit he got popping off right now, and working with McConan, and acting all, suspect in your videos, and just not who you're supposed to be, not who you were designed to be, my nigga. Not who you came out with, the image that you portrayed. And I understand people go through phases and people want want to try different things with themselves. But this is different. Y'all have to understand, in the music industry, it's all entertainment. If y'all think Dirk and Youngboy is really beefing, you're fucking dumb. And y'all following right how they want y'all to follow. They are both getting paid to beef with each other. What rich ass niggas for real, who's living life having their fucking way however they want it. They ain't even been in the streets for a long ass time. Don't get me wrong, they might have friends and connections to people who are in the streets still. They might still be tapped in and locked in with what's going on in the streets. But these are mainstream artists who are going tour to tour, city to city, living their fucking dreams. You really think they ready to kill each other over some street beef, over some gang beef? Y'all really think it goes that deep for y'all? They're not in the streets like y'all. They don't have that street mentality like y'all no more. They're not in that survival mode energy like y'all are anymore. So it might make sense to y'all because y'all would be thinking like that, because y'all are in that survival type energy. These people got themselves up out of that. They manifested their dreams to themselves. They're living lives of abundance and peace. They're going to islands and having vacations with their families, and you know what I'm saying? They're having their way. They're buying $1 million condos and waking up in mansions every day, and you know what I'm saying? Eating whatever they want to eat, going wherever they want to go, living however they want to live. You think they're really worried about killing each other because of some disrespect in a song? It's all entertainment, guys. It is all inter-freaking-tainment. So, I believe that's why he has all these tattoos that he's putting on him. He is asking for help from the masses, that we wake up to what's truly going on to these people in the industry. And I'm not wishing this on him. In fact, I speak protection over Kentrell, over his family, over his mind, his body, his spirit, and his energy. I shall let it be so. But at the same time, y'all, they're cutthroat in that industry. They don't give a fuck about humanity. Just like the government don't give a fuck about humanity. They don't care about us. We are just walking. We're slaves to them, y'all. We're slaves to them. That's all we are. Physically free slaves. We're not even really physically free if you think about it, because we have to go to work, we have to provide for ourselves to have a living, because they created houses and they built houses for us to live in. Okay, cool. We was perfectly fine back in the motherfucking day, building our little tiki huts with the fucking fire to keep us warm, and the earth was protecting us very much so. We was protected in the spirit. We didn't need all this high fancy shit. We didn't need mansions and condos and motherfucking apartments and houses and projects. And why do you think they call it projects? It's for a reason, that we are literally being experimented on. They put us in these small compact areas right on top of each other. They don't give us no room to just live our motherfucking lives in peace and in abundance of space and freedom and the earth and all that shit. They tore down so many trees to build all this man-made shit, houses, buildings for people to come and work in, and they give us how much money they think that we are worth an hour. They tell us how much our time is worth an hour. Okay, you're gonna make $15 an hour. Nigga, my time is priceless. Why the fuck is you giving me $15 for every hour I should be here? And my spirit is literally priceless. Like, I should be making, well, if we gonna talk like that, nigga, I need $1 million an hour to be here. Do you know who I am spiritually? Like, some of us don't have no idea who we are spiritually in our rank in the spiritual world, because they keep us so disconnected from our spirit. We will never know, and if you never know, you'll never experience it. And then people that keep being reincarnated onto this planet, so their system just keeps on happening eternally. No, not eternally, because guess what? The age of Aquarius is here, and now it's time for God, nature, the universe, whatever it is you believe in, to intervene. And that's what's happening right now. So we're going through this shift, and this is why it feels like two different planets are existing simultaneously right now. For those of y'all who are waking up and you are really noticing life for what it is, and you're noticing that you're going through your spiritual awakening, you're seeing things a lot different and deeper, you're knowing that you're a god or a goddess in the flesh, you're knowing, you know what I'm saying, how to heal yourself, you're becoming aware of your energy, you're making control of your days, you're taking control of your life. For those of y'all who are in that type of energy, y'all know that the other side is like not even existence right now. Everybody just seems so fucked up right now. They're so disconnected from themselves. They're so depressed. They're stuck in their habits. You know what I'm saying? They're not. You can't even talk to these people no more. It's like we're just on two different wavelengths. Like I say something and it does not, you cannot comprehend what I'm saying to you anymore. Like it's getting like that. Like it's literally like two separate worlds are being, because a new world is being created while this old world is still here. So it's like two separate worlds are coexisting right now at the same time. How has it been for y'all? Because it's an amazing time right now to be alive. And y'all gotta forgive me, I jump off topic a lot. I'm what they would label as ADHD. Nigga, I just have an open mind and a very expansive consciousness, just like every other person who has been diagnosed with ADHD. You don't have no hyperactive motherfucking brain. You're just very fucking smart, and you know too much. So they try to label you and make you think something wrong with you. When no, it's not like that at all. You know what I mean? You just need to learn how to control your thoughts more, and you'll be perfectly fine. Meditate, do stuff like that. You don't need no fucking medication. You need some meditation. Okay? So anywho, that's why Youngboy is tatting these tattoos on him, and he got "Help Me" on my chest. He got a fucking coffin on his head, restricted. What does that mean? He's restricted. He can't truly be his true conscience. They got some kind of MK Ultra mind control on that nigga. They fucking with his conscience. So he's still there. He still exists, but another him exists too at the same time. And when he gets to speaking, he cannot get to a certain level of consciousness and speaking that positivity and that awareness and that good, and they won't allow him to do that to himself. And I feel like Youngboy got the type of heart where he's not gonna sacrifice his kids. He's not gonna sacrifice, because he said that shit in a song before. He said, "Won't sacrifice my child. 2020 we all gonna die. I'm gonna take off and go up." Yeah, you remember that song? So I know he's not gonna sacrifice his kids. I don't think he would sacrifice none of his baby mamas. I don't think he would sacrifice nobody. I don't think he would do that. If anything, I feel like he would be the type of nigga to sacrifice himself. You get what I'm saying? And I'm getting the chills as I'm saying this. So y'all know what that means. And so with that being said, I feel like they gave him a certain time. They gave him a certain contract. You know what I'm saying? You can either do what we want you to do. Like we're giving you a little time right now to decide what it is you want to do. You can either do what we want you to do, or we're going to take you out, man. You can't have both. You can't have the money, the power, the fame in this country right now and have an open mind and an open consciousness. They're not allowing that to happen right now. They're just not. So that's what's going on right now. It's a lot of that going on right now, y'all, in the music industry and everything like that. So I would just tell people to be very, very, very aware of what's going on right now. So you're in this time of Aquarius, and a lot of things are happening. And continue to watch NBA Youngboy now. I want everybody to continue to watch NBA Youngboy. Like, if something happens, and God forbid, something happens to this man and he ends up passing away, or, you know what I'm saying, he ends up having ends up going to jail again, or just anything like that happens to him, just remember this video, y'all. Because this is what I mean by stay woke. Everybody wants to talk about conspiracy theories, this or that. Nigga, a conspiracy theory is literally just a term that they have given to people who put truth out there. They don't want everybody to think it's the truth or accept it as the truth, so they call it a conspiracy theory. The theory is something that can't just be proven. It's something that you have to accept and believe as a possibility. And people who are closed-minded, they don't believe in conspiracy theories. You feel me? They believe in what they're taught that makes sense to them logically, because they're not connected to their spirit, so they're not connected to their conscience. So instead of going off what resonates with their spirit and what their spirit already knows, and being able to remember knowledge, and you know, they're not connected to their spirit, so they're not connected to their conscience, so they only believe stuff that makes sense to them logically. So if it's something that has to make sense to them spiritually, they're not going to believe that, because they're not deep enough of a person. Their conscience isn't expanded enough to be able to process and believe this information as the truth for themselves. So that's all that is. This is why healing and really becoming aware of yourself and moving in this forgiveness and all these things that I keep preaching is so important. This is why. It's not just so that you can manifest all your dreams and have, you know, all this money and abundance and this and that, even though that comes with it. It's more so that you will not be controlled in your life, and you can actually control your life experience, so that you will not have to steady be reincarnated back on this fucking planet and experience this hell that they have set up for us. And while you're here right now, take your power back, and you can learn to experience heaven on this planet, because this planet can be heaven and it can be hell. And it can be purgatory, where it's a lot of lost souls just roaming around. So come on, y'all. This is why. Like, it's important. What do you want out of your life? This is what it really boils down to. As I'm me, and I'm speaking my truth of what I wish for my life and what I wish for humanity to see for the rest, for our experience here. But who are you? What do you really want for your life? Do you want peace? Do you want love? Do you want to control your life? Or are you cool with somebody else controlling your life? Are you cool with the Matrix? Are you cool with this shit? Like, are you cool with just not being who you really are inside, not knowing who you really are inside? You rather just operate in your ego and play all these roles to everybody and just pretend to be somebody that you're not, or pretend to be somebody that you think is going to get you where you need to be. You cool with being fake, or do you want to be real? Like, that's really what it boils down to. Because everybody want to claim they so real, this or real that, but you don't even know who you are, so how can you be real? Being real is being your authentic self. And if you don't know who your authentic self is, then how the can you be real? So this comes a reality check to a lot of people. Do you want to be real, or do you want to be fake? Like, that's the life that we're living in, and that's how it is in real life as well. This is why AI is being created, and I keep telling y'all that. Y'all think it's just some cool shit. Oh, technology is going far away. Like, y'all, like, bro, the higher ups, I know they just be laughing at how fucking dumb we are. This is why on April 1st it's called April Fool's Day, because we're a bunch of fucking fools to them. We're not even conscious of our true self to even realize that the 1st of April is actually New Year's. That's our real New Year's. We're supposed to have 13 months. We got 12. Why? Like, do y'all research on this? I don't have no reason to lie to y'all. I don't have no reason. And I'll tell you my reason why I think we only got 12. It just makes more sense as far as monetary. Because they wanted to make Christmas on these certain days, and then they wanted to make New Year's right around the motherfucking corner. It's to get money. It's all monetary. It's all for monetary gain and reasons like that. So that's how I feel. It's probably I don't know. I have to do more research on that. I don't want to give y'all no misinformation, but that's just what I come up with for right now. Why Thanksgiving and Christmas are right around the corner from each other. Like, Christmas is not no motherfucking Jesus' birthday. I'm not even gonna dive into that. That's a whole other topic for another day. But y'all, we've been living in a matrix. We've been living in a belief system. We've been living in a financial system. We've been living in an economic system. We've been living in a patriarchic. I don't even know how to say that. I don't have no respect for it too. You know how to pronounce it for real. System. We've been living in a system of man instead of really living in a system of God. And then they use God's name to God's name in vain all the fucking time. And they use God's name saying, oh, God told us to live this way, or this is the word of God. This is how God should be. Like, the word of God is in your heart. Why are you listening to what man wrote about the word of God? Where did they get the words from? Their brain, right? Right? Yeah, same place you can get it. Yeah, and I bet you's not going to say half the shit that Bible says. Yeah. But that's a whole other topic, and I understand faith, and this is a topic that I touched on TikTok, where I said faith is personal to people, right? Because your faith is your beliefs are your reality is your life. So, you know what I'm saying, whatever you believe in is your truth. That's your reality. That's your life. So if you really strongly believe in something, and somebody comes up to you and tells you, like, everything that you believe in is a lie. Like, you've been living your life completely wrong. You've been misled and misguided. You've been worshiping. You've been getting on your knees praying to something that's not what you think it is. You've been finessed out of your life. How do you think people are going to take that? Like, they're not going to take that just like, oh, really? Well, let me start doing it the right way. No, they're going to be hurt. They're going to be pissed off. They're going to be mad. They're going to feel betrayed. You know what I'm saying? So us star seeds and light workers, us who came here with a really big purpose and stuff like this, we have to be very mindful, y'all, of the energy in the ways that we present the truth to people. And this is something I actually been working with, because it's like, we know the truth and we're confident in the truth because we know. We just know. We know. Right? It resonates with our spirit. It's not even about making sense to our mind. It resonates on a deeper level within us. We know the truth. That's why we're so confident and so passionate about it. But we can't just shove it down people's throats who don't know, who haven't existed for as long as we have, who haven't had as many lives as we have, who are new to this whole thing. You feel me? Who have been just in this reincarnation loop over and over and over again countless times and haven't really acquired any knowledge to their consciousness to be able to expand it and gain past what they've been taught. These are people who are so conditioned and brainwashed, and I'm talking about generations. Like, you die, you don't go to heaven or hell. You either come back to this planet and be reincarnated to try again, because this is the teacher's planet. This is where you first learn how to gain knowledge. This is where you first learn how to expand your consciousness so that you can astral project and you can transcend into other dimensions and exist on other planets and shit like that. But Earth is where you first learn how to do that. So this is where you learn how to really pick your side on who you truly want to be in the spirit. Whether you want to be a light worker or whether you want to work for the darkness and in the darkness. You feel me? So this is where you first learn that. So if you never expand your consciousness enough to be able to transcend, then you're just going to keep coming back here over and over and over again. So imagine how many souls never expanded their consciousness and they died and they came back here and then they never expanded it again and then they came back here and they never expanded it again. Like, imagine that. There are people who have lived several lifetimes here on Earth in the Matrix, so they never experienced anything outside of that. So all of this coming around to us now is going to hit a lot of people, like, from a blind side. They're not going to know how to take it, process it, none of that. It's probably going to drive a lot of people fucking crazy and insane. You can't just shove consciousness down somebody's throat. That's an internal process that has to happen for people. So it's very tricky. It's complicated. But it's possible. All things are possible with the will for it to be created. So we have to keep that will. We have to keep that mindset that it's going to happen. We cannot lose the will for it to be created, or then it truly will not be created. We have to know our power, and we have to really apply it in the areas where it needs to be applied. There's so much religion. There's so much sacrilegion. There's so much, so many spiritual beings and gurus who are operating in the darkness and operating in their egos too much. So it's giving spirituality a bad name too. It's too much toxicity and darkness on this planet, which is why there are light workers like myself and maybe like you who is watching this video. We are needed, y'all, and we are needed to come together the best way that we can, unify, and bring that power, like manifest stronger power, bigger, you feel me? Sorry. So we need that. We need each other. And we need to open our eyes to the realization of what truly we are experiencing, y'all. And how to get our power back, how to get this planet back. Because I don't know if y'all watch Mama T at all, but I was watching a lot of her videos last night, and she made a very, very, very valid point. And I gotta ask it too. Like, if it's only the 1% that's doing all of this against us, that means there's 99% of people that is being done too. So what is the 99% doing? And why do we feel like they are so much more superior than us? Because they have money? That's it, guys. That's the only thing that they have that we don't have is money. And that's something that they fucking created anyways. We got the real fucking sauce, nigga. And it's not about having clout or materialistic shit. I'm talking about spiritually. We have the real power. They need us. We don't fucking need them. Hello? What's not clicking for y'all? If we stop buying shit, stock markets would crash. All their wealth, we give it to them. From all our work. It's billions of people working. So there's billions of dollars, tax dollars. Whose pockets is this going in? Them. We are their little slaves, their little minions. And they keep us at a low vibration so we don't wake up to our power and stop doing that shit. And they got it right now designed to where we feel like we need to work so that we can have things that we want. Because if we don't work, we're not going to have a house. We're not going to have shelter. This is how they set this shit up. So to make it feel like we need them. Everybody in the planet stopped paying rent at the same time, nigga. Even the country, let's say that. Everybody in the country stopped paying rent. We say Starting January 1st, 2024, nobody pay your rent. I mean nobody. Not one person better pay their motherfucking rent. Don't pay your mortgage. Don't pay your taxes. None of that shit. Don't do it. Don't file your taxes. None of that shit. Go to work. Get your motherfucking paychecks. Don't pay shit. Everybody just keep doing that. Save up as much money as you possibly can before everybody get evicted, right? They're gonna evict it. They're gonna evict the whole country at once. No, it's gonna start going on the news. It's gonna start making headlines. The whole country stopped paying the rent. Da, 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 da. Then the government officials are gonna get on the motherfucking TV, and they're gonna have to start to negotiate with us, the people. We just have to start to put forth the effort to stop feeding the fucking agendas. We have to stop doing it. We can't continue to live the life, know what's going on, and then still continue to partake in and feed this shit and keep it going on. Think about it, y'all. When slavery was going on back in the day, right? And Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks and the Harriet Tubmans and the motherfucking Malcolm X's and all these brave fucking spirits and souls who still exist in people like us today. People like us need to start to be those type of people, y'all. When they stepped up, what happened? Slavery got abolished. It did. Because people were fighting for this shit. People were actually going and marching. People were protesting. People had stopped serving their agendas. They were smart enough and still conscious enough then to know, okay, they need us. We don't fucking need them. That's the problem. So they started going harder. Like, okay, we gotta fuck up their minds. We can't let them have as much consciousness and control as they do because they're too smart. So they're gonna be able to outthink us. They're gonna be able to know that we need them. They don't need us. So we gotta start really controlling our minds. So they start controlling the fucking media. All of these new things start getting created and invented. You know what I'm saying? Smartphones and motherfucking all these celebrities and all this shit. Let's use the entertainment industry to, you know what I'm saying, to glorify gangsters and thugs and motherfucking, you know, the street mentality and the hood and all that. Let's get that glorified more, and let's start to diminish women. First of all, women have been taken out of fucking religion and all that type of shit. They've been trying to cancel the woman out because she is the most powerful. Oh yeah, black women, we are the most powerful spiritual beings, existence on this planet. Oh, for sure, 100%. We are the motherfucking Omega in physical form. Not the all-seeing, not the source, not the Most High Creator, but we are that in the physical form, 100%. And they knew that, you know, at our highest vibration, that's what we are. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Hey babe, I'm making a video.
What up, though, baby? Hi guys.
What
up, I do?
It was in the bedroom last time I seen it. On the bed.
Cold as fuck. It feels good though.
It's only cold in the shade. It feels good in the sun.
Huh?
It feels good in the sun. Sorry, y'all. That's my love. Anywho, but yeah, they knew that. So like, then they start, you know, let's degrade the black woman. Call her bitches and hoes. Tupac had to get eliminated because he was pushing too much good energy into the world. You feel me? And then Biggie had to get eliminated so they would think he was tied in with Tupac. That nigga had too much influence too. You feel me? And even though Biggie was speaking some real shit, like, you know what I'm saying, some street shit and shit like that, it had to make sense to the media. So they both have to go. But that's how it is.
Did you show her what I gave you?
No. Why would I do that, baby? I didn't do that. So yeah, I hope that you guys got some good information from this video today. Thank you to all the new subscribers who just came and checking me out for the first time. I truly appreciate all you guys coming to get your mind right, get your vibe right, and get your life right. To all the returning subscribers that are here, I love y'all. Y'all already know the vibes. I will be back posting on here more consistently. I've been very active on Facebook and very active on TikTok as of lately, but I need to get back to what I started here on Load of Mine. So be looking for like a new video every every week, maybe twice a week. I'm gonna definitely try to practice staying consistent on that. Maybe Mondays will be my big days that I drop, Mondays and Tuesdays. So I love you all. Peace to you all. Continue to do that research within yourself. Continue to soul search. Continue to heal yourselves. Know who you are. Remember who you are, and be that light. Be that change that you want to see in the planet. Because we all need it, and times are coming. Times are truly changing